Do not be afraid, our fate cannot be taken from us, it is a gift. My course is set for an uncharted sea. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in times of great moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. There is no greater sorrow than to recall a happy time when miserable. The path to paradise begins in hell. In that book which is my memory, on the first page of the chapter that is the day when I first met you, appear the words, "Here begins a new life." All hope abandon, ye who enter here. Remember tonight, for it is the beginning of always. In the middle of the journey of our life I found myself within a dark woods where the straight way was lost. The more a thing is perfect, the more it feels pleasure and pain. The devil is not as black as he is painted. The wisest are the most annoyed at the loss of time. Through me you pass into the city of woe. Through me you pass into eternal pain. Through me among the people lost for I. Just as the founder of my fabric moved, to rear me was the task of power divine, supremest wisdom, and primeval love. Before me things create were none, save things eternal, and eternal I shall endure. All hope abandon, ye who enter here. He who sees a need and waits to be asked for help is as unkind as if he had refused it. There is no greater sorrow than to recall our times of joy and wretchedness. Love insists that loved loves back. Beauty awakens the soul to act. Consider your origin. You were not formed to live like brutes but to follow virtue and knowledge. They yearn for what they fear for. Into the eternal darkness, into fire and into ice. There is no greater sorrow than to recall in misery the time when we were happy. The man who lies asleep will never awaken fame, and his desire and all his life drift past him like a dream, and the traces of his memory fade from time like smoke in air, or ripples on a stream. Love, that moves the sun and the other stars. And we came forth to contemplate the stars. Through me you go into a city of weeping, through me you go into eternal pain, through me you go amongst the lost people. There is no greater sorrow than to recall happiness in times of misery. Nature is the art of God. A mighty flame follows a tiny spark. The day that man allows true love to appear, those things which are well made will fall into confusion and will overturn everything we believe to be right and true. From there we came outside and saw the stars. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. And I, my head oppressed by horror, said, "Master, What is it that I hear? Who are those people so defeated by their pain? And he to me, this miserable way, is taken by the sorry souls of those who lived without disgrace and without praise. They now commingle with the coward angels, the company of those who were not rebels, nor faithful to their God, but stood apart. The heavens, that their beauty not be lessened, have cast them out, nor will deep hell receive them. Even the wicked cannot glory in them. Because your question searches for deep meaning, I shall explain in simple words. Heaven wheels above you, displaying to you her eternal glories, and still your eyes are on the ground. Lost are we, and are only so far punished, that without hope we live on in desire. No sadness is greater than in misery to rehearse memories of joy. But the stars that marked our starting fall away. We must go deeper into greater pain, for it is not permitted that we stay. I did not die, and yet I lost life's breath. Hope not ever to see heaven. I have come to lead you to the other shore, into eternal darkness, into fire and into ice. I felt for the tormented whirlwinds, damned for their carnal sins, committed when they let their passions rule their reason. For she doth make my veins and pulses tremble. He woke her then, and trembling and obedient, she ate that burning heart out of his hand. Weeping, I saw him then depart from me. Could he daily feel a stab of hunger for her? Find nourishment in the very sight of her? I think so. But would she see through the bars of his plight, and ache for him? As little flowers, which the chill of night has bent and huddled, when the white sun strikes, grow straight and open fully on their stems, so did I, too, with my exhausted force. In the middle of the journey of our life I came to myself within a dark wood where the straight way was lost. Ah, how hard a thing it is to tell what a wild, and rough, and stubborn wood this was, which in my thought renews the fear. Thus you may understand that love alone is the true seed of every merit in you, and of all acts for which you must atone. I am the way into the city of woe. I am the way into eternal pain. I am the way to go among the lost. Justice caused my high architect to move. Divine omnipotence created me, the highest wisdom, and the primal love. Before me there were no created things, but those that last forever, as do I. Abandon all hope you who enter here. The love that moves the sun and the other stars. At grief so deep the tongue must wag in vain, the language of our sense and memory lacks the vocabulary of such pain. In his will, our peace. Now you know how much my love for you burns deep in me, when I forget about our emptiness, and deal with shadows as with solid things. Midway along the journey of our life, I woke to find myself in a dark wood, for I had wandered off from the straight path. How hard it is to tell what it was like, this wood of wilderness, savage and stubborn. The thought of it brings back all my old fears. A bitter place. Death could scarce be bitterer. But if I would show the good that came of it, I must talk about things other than the good.